the pottery on the little side table. That's all been created specifically for the movie, okay? So Peter Jackson, he employs artists with skills to create all of these fine details. And so that costs a lot of money because while they're working on his movie, he has to pay them, he has to pay for their materials, he has to pay to feed them. So his movies are always really expensive to create. His films actually hold the record for the most expensive movies in film history, okay? So even more than Titanic. Which is pretty incredible coming from New Zealand. But he can afford to spend whatever he likes on his movie sets because he makes back whatever he spends about tenfold. He's never out of money because his movies are so successful all the time. So he can do whatever he likes basically. But his reason for adding so much lovely detail, we hardly see the detail in the movies, but he wants to create a set that is so believable for his actors that they will really feel like they're in Hobbiton. Like hopefully you guys can feel that. But yeah, and so he thinks their performance will show that when they feel like they're in Hobbiton. So he's a clever dude, I think. Let's head on up. And all of the Hobbit holes, by the way, they're all absolutely unique, okay? So they've got their own special character for each one that pertains to whoever might live inside.
В общем, это на создание Хоббитона было потрачено, вот этого места было потрачено очень много денег, даже больше, чем на Титаник. И все это очень детально проработано. Даже что есть на столе курица лежит, даже и колокольчик есть на замке. И много всего остального.
That's not as old as it seems. What they did to make those big cracks in the wood, they carved them into there, and then they soak the wood in vinegar, and the acid of the vinegar breaks the wood down. It gives it that really old look. So that's how they achieve it. And also they'll paint surfaces and then sand them away again.
Сейчас она рассказывает, как это было сделано. Что они даже использовали уксус при создании вот этого в дереве имитации старины, подкрашивали что-то. Так, мы продолжаем.
Named the Dell, bless you. That is named the Dell, and that's what Tolkien writes about in his books. It's part of Hobbiton. It's a little community within Hobbiton. They've got all of those hobbit holes have their own special details. They also have their own water well. They have several little veggie patches. Also, they have the wood pile over in the corner. You can't just see it from here. Maybe some of you can. But all of that area we see for maybe 3 seconds in the movie, okay? It's just a sweeping background shot, you know? They spent 9 months creating this set, okay? To establish all of the gardens and build every little piece. It took them 9 months. They did 12 days of filming, and then about 13 minutes we see in the movie. 13 minutes of Hobbiton. So all of that time is just squashed down into those little minutes in the cinema that we see. But you guys get to enjoy the behind the scenes look today. Now in this pond we can hear the frogs. They were causing a bit of a problem when it came to film some of the scenes. When they were doing the sound test recordings, they were ruining them. So what they had to do, the crew had to get in with nets, capture the frogs, put them in a pond at the back of the farm so that no one could hear them anymore. So that when they're filming, they have a very tight schedule they have to stick to. They had 158 locations up and down New Zealand for filming the Hobbit trilogy. So they have a very tight schedule. They filmed over 18 months and they were always on the move. They never stopped. If it was raining one day, what they would do is put up a big tent anywhere. So maybe they were shooting here, they would put up a big tent and artificially light it, and then they would just carry on. They could not stop at all. These trees around here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there's some more all over Hobbiton in fact, but these are apple and pear trees. In the books though, it says that little children hobbits were eating plums, okay? So at the time of filming, what they did to these trees was strip the leaves and the fruit off the trees and then hand wire artificial plums and artificial leaves to those trees. So I was confused for a while why they didn't just plant a plum tree, you know, but Peter Jackson, he says the plum trees, they were too tall. They were the incorrect scale. These ones have branches lower to the ground, so it is easy to have to harm. Okay, you guys can carry on up this way, and then we cut in front of the yellow door and through the veggie garden, okay, and then back round. We do a bit of a loop, but
В общем, они потратили очень много времени на создание вот этого места. Я уже забыл, 9 или 12 месяцев 9, по-моему. И это место всего показывает 13 секунд в фильме. И она говорит, как можете, что очень удивительно, что всего 13 секунд и столько времени работы было потрачено на создание этого места. Еще было сказано, что раньше было, когда первые части фильма снимались, все было ширпотреб, то есть из пенопласта сделано, то есть буквально снять фильм и все. Потом получилось, что был ураган небольшой и все это посносило, поскрывало. Теперь они сделали, реконструировали, что-то добавили, 3 новых части. И теперь это будет надолго, то есть 50 лет простоит или 15. Некоторые части для имитации старины на дереве было наброшен чипсы, наклеены чипсы и сверху просто покрашен. Во время съемки фильма, вот сейчас слышно, как лягушки здесь, как они там крякают, уже не помню. Их пришлось повытаскивать всех, чтобы они не мешали съемкам фильма, и убрать с этого водоема.